Ever since the terrible events of October 7th, when there was that devastating massacre, Hamas invaded and slaughtered 1,200 Jews, men, women, children, even infants, and took a few hundred hostages. It's been a gloomy season for Israel, as we continuously pray and worry about the fate of our soldiers, the great brave soldiers of the IDF, and also the Hatufim, the captives, some of whom have been released, but too many of them are still in captivity, and who knows how many of them have been killed. But this past Saturday night, a great event took place, something which the Jewish people desperately needed. I regard it as a miracle. We were primed for some type of a devastation. Hundreds of missiles were from Iran and other countries were aimed at the Jewish state, and we actually could see pictures of them as they were traveling. It took them a couple of hours to arrive over here, and basically we were bracing for who knows what. And actually I did go to sleep, and I woke up in the morning. It turned out that the whole thing was basically a dud, a tremendous defeat for Iran. 99% of the missiles never made it. Either they failed on the way and they crashed, or they were shot down by Israel's missile defense system in conjunction with the United States, with Great Britain, with France, and even Jordan participated in this. I would call it a tremendous defeat for Iran, that 99% of their missiles never made it. There was hardly, unfortunately, a Bedouin child struggling for her life, but aside from that, there were really no casualties. No damage was done. This is a great, great victory, but I would go further. I would say this is a miracle, because even certain things can be explained in accordance with the natural order, and certainly Israel has a great military, great air force, and the other countries participating, but 99%, that seems to me way above and beyond what you can expect. Even in the Six-Day War, which was a great victory, there were casualties, there were hundreds of casualties. So it seems to me, and this is a tremendous boost to the spirit of the Jews of Israel, the capabilities. But we have an obligation also, in addition, to give praise to Hashem. I would say even to say Hallel, but I mean, I'm not issuing a rabbinical decision on this. Certainly when we say Hallel on Passover, which is right around the corner, the time of redemption, the time of great miracles, and we say Hallel, we should have in mind that we're also giving thanks to God. Of course, the citizens of Israel, like myself, who were here and came through this unscathed, unharmed, but all Jews around the world, we're one people, we all care about each other, we all give praise. And this should cause us to reflect. That is to say, it reminds me of a verse in the Torah, when the Jews were leaving Egypt and the Egyptians were chasing after them. So the verse says that the angel of God, who had been going in front of the children of Israel, moved and went behind them. And Rashi explains that he went behind them so as to separate between the camp of Egypt and the camp of Israel, and to intercept the arrows and catapult stones of Egypt. That's an amazing thing. Missiles. Just when the Jews were leaving Egypt and the Egyptians were chasing after them, they were hurling missiles at them, and the angel of God stood between them. I don't know if you have to assume a literal standing, but it means to say there was divine protection, that God did not allow any of these missiles to come through and harm his people. And this was Passover time. And it's very, very eerily similar, that I'm not saying an angel literally, but there was a divine providence which was preventing the missiles that were hurled at the state of Israel to get through. And this should have a tremendous effect upon us, should cause us to celebrate this Passover with renewed vigor, should cause us to return to Hashem, to become better Jews, to do more mitzvos, to treat each other in a much better way. This should be a source of inspiration, that we are the people of Hashem. Every Jew should be proud of that. He's part of a nation that was created by God to be the people of Hashem. And the purpose is to make God's name known in the world, to sanctify the name of God through our activities, through our behavior, through our wisdom, and through our readiness to be of help to all people. I wish you all a happy Passover.